Spain community used to make their living scavenging in a garbage dump. The dump closed years ago, forcing residents to find a new way to support themselves. Well, now the community still uses trash to make a living, but their work is better for them and the environment. For decades, this was the face of poverty in the Philippines. Smoky Mountain, the rubbish dump of Manila, where tens of thousands of the city's urban poor would sift through 2 million tonnes of waste each day for their livelihood. The landfill closed in 1990 and its residents moved into government housing next door. Now, a different type of rubbish is keeping this community alive.
Before there was just scavenging in the mountains, and they would earn, but you know, it was under very grim conditions. And now it's like a factory and they own it.
With help from Sustainable Project Management, an international development agency, Smoky Mountain has its own cooperative based around a recycling plant. It supports more than 500 people, including former scavenger Ramon Crisostomo.
Napalayo ako sa talagang basura.
My life is better now. I'm still dealing with trash, but it's not household trash, it's cleaner trash.
120 tonnes of rubbish is brought to the plant each month and recycled. Rainwater is collected to wash the plastic. A company in China pays more if it's clean. Last year, the co-op made $40,000, a modest gain, but most of the profits went back to the workers.
It's funny because when people come here, they feel like, oh my God, these people need and all. But from their perspective, if you knew where they were coming from, it's actually a story of hope.
Things could certainly be worse for the 30,000 people who live in cramped conditions in these towers. Half of Manila's 11 million inhabitants live in slums, a life these people remember all too well when they lived amidst the trash. Here on Smoky Mountain, we are standing on 50 years of Manila's garbage. And while there were plans to move it, more than 2 decades after the landfill was shut down, it's still here. Amazingly, families live here, using the rubbish dump as a source of fuel and a place to grow crops on. As many people continue to fall through the cracks, the co-op is hoping in time it can extend its program and help other families.
The difference between what the kids are going to be able to do in their lives versus what the parents had for themselves is going to be a very big difference.
And it's that difference that could break the cycle of poverty. Well, one woman actually sells fashionable products recycled from trash found at the Smoky Mountain dump. Pacita Juan owns Echostore and she joins me now from Manila. Pacita, thank you so much for joining World Report. Your store, ECO, that's an acronym for Environment and Community Hope Organisation. Tell us about what you're trying to achieve.
Well, we realized that, first of all, thank you. We realized that what these people needed was market access. So we located our store in an upscale mall. And a lot of these people from our market understand that they're not buying out of pity, but they're buying because the product is good, it looks good, it's nice, and it also helps a lot of people. So that way we're able to provide market access to a lot of these livelihood communities.
And tell us about the products that you're making and where the materials come from.
Well, the materials come from, some of them come from old newspapers, glossy magazines, used banners, tarpaulins, streamers, especially now that it's elections, we have a lot of those. And they get cleaned and washed, and they're done in a clean place in Smoky Mountain.
And how much of the profits goes back to the community and the people who actually make them?
We actually just mark up a little in the store. We're a social enterprise. A lot of the profit is actually given back to the women. Like a lot of them earn, you know, a good probably $300 a month now from nothing. And this is better than minimum wage in the Philippines. So a lot of the women take home money depending on how much time they devote to the sewing or the weaving of these products.
And how would you say that this work has improved these women's lives?
Oh, definitely. Now there's a school there, there's a community center. I mean, we're not alone in this. There's a whole string of almost like a value chain for this community. And we're at the consumer end, so we sell it for them we tell their story, and the consumers love it, that they have access to these products.
All right, well, Pacita Juan, we certainly appreciate you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing more of these products, which I think we're going to have a bit of a closer look at. Manisha, I mean, this is something that I know that you would be interested in buying, you know, helping communities. That's something that it makes you feel good, knowing that what you're purchasing is improving somebody's life.
I think what I like about it, as even more than that, is the fact that there's innovation here, there's entrepreneurship as well, and it makes it exciting. It's like a whole new level for these people. But tell us a bit more about these products. I want to see some more of these pictures.
I'd like to see these products as well. Here we go. I think we're just taking a look. So I guess they're bags. I didn't get a chance to look at them as such when I was out at Smoky Mountain. We were meeting the people who were working at these cooperative, so this recyclable plant, but they were talking about these handicrafts that these women do make, and this is the lady who is selling them, which is just fantastic. I do want to share a story with you, because I think that you meet these people who are impoverished, who live below the poverty line, and you think, how can I help? And okay, a lady like Pacita, that's exactly what she's doing. She's actually helping, she's giving these people jobs. But for us folk, you know, the job looks so enormous. The task is just so mammoth. You know, what do you do? How do you actually make a difference? You know, we met some kids who lived on top of this landfill, and you know, they were actually just filthy, you know, covered head to toe in dirt, and you want to take them home, give them a bath, you know, give them an education. They don't go to school, but all you can do is give them some change, some money.
And we can read more about this on your blog, right?
You can, most definitely.
Okay, and I encourage people to go and have a look at that, because I'm always fascinated by that, how you go from that sort of a situation to producing these sorts of goods, and then the good that come from that.
Yeah, it's inspiring, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Anna, thank you very much.
Pleasure, thank you.
Now, an important part of our Urban Planet coverage this week, how you deal with the challenges of city living. In partnership with CNN, iReporters, and we're now exploring how ordinary people are finding ways to thrive in the world's biggest urban environments.